Back several years ago, I used to spend a fair amount of time in the big country up around Albany, Texas, kind of north of Abilene, along the edge of the Clear Fork of the Brazos River. Dear friend up there, Johnny Hudman. Johnny and I spent a lot of time together hunting, calling coyotes. He was a guy that could call a bobwhite quail almost into the pickup with you whenever he tried. He and I would always seem to kind of get together for a TV show or two back when I was with Bass Pro's Redhead Pro Hunting Team and do TV shows about rattling and hunting and all those kind of things associated with that and wildlife management. Those shows always seem to be some of the top viewership shows that there were. Matter of fact, for years, the one that we did about Johnny and I getting in arguments about who's going to rattle in what and giving each other a hard time, those always seem to be, and there were one or two of them that were the top shows of the year, not only for Bass Pro, but also for all the other TV shows that were on the outdoor networks at that time. One that comes to mind, I've got a picture here of a deer that we rattled up. I say well, actually, it was Johnny that rattled this one up. He was a really nice 10 point. We're doing a TV show and for Bass Pro, and we'd rattled in several bucks. So just nothing of any age or not a whole lot of size. We rattled up a whole lot of younger bucks, and we got set up in this one spot and had seen this buck the day before. And Johnny said, "We're going to rattle that buck up." He said, "Maybe not today, but within the next day or two, no question about it. He's going to come to my rattling horns." And so I admit I tried rattling pretty close to that area to see if I could get that buck to come in, but unfortunately he just didn't come in. But we finally got set down the last afternoon of the hunt. We got about 2 hours left, or getting on to the afternoon time when it wasn't going to be too long. We're going to really figure out what we're going to do. Johnny and I sat down. He sat down right behind me, just as if he was sitting kind of back there where that deer is right there. Started hitting those horns together, and my gosh, almost through the bushes, I could see this deer come running. And I mean, he was running full blast, running over mesquites, running over cactus. And I really wanted to shoot this deer. I was shooting an old 45-70 single shot. And I really wanted to shoot this deer when he was jumping a log. But behind me, I could hear the cameraman say, "No, no, 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 wait." When finally did get a shot at him, that deer was less than about, oh my gosh, maybe 10 feet from where I was sitting. And of course, you hear a lot about point blank range. Now, point blank range is that point at which a bullet does not rise above a certain level or fall below a certain level. It doesn't mean really close. But for most people who don't understand what point blank range is, let's just say he was point blank range at about 10 feet. I shot, and of course the deer went down, and immediately Johnny gets up doing dances and all those other kind of things. I told you I was going to rattle up that buck. I told you. Well, Johnny Hudman, you're right. You did rattle up that buck. I have to give you credit for that one. Now, some of the others, maybe we'll tell a story some other time about some of the others that we did or didn't rattle up.